The head of state is visiting West Nile at the same time as the presidential candidate for NRM. We have one or two expectations from both the community but also the leaders. For Arua district particularly, let's start with the issue of Arua district in the financial year 2024-5. What was our budget? 2025-6, what is it? Is this money adequate?
For financial year 2024/2025, the budget of Arua district was 33 billion. And for 25-2026, the budget is 30 billions. And to me, this budget is inadequate because if you look at the health sector, when you want to compute the per capita expenditure per person in Arua district for health, it's around 1,290 shillings. 1,290 shillings. This is one person's expenditure for health in Arua district for a whole year, looking at the budget of 30 billions. Because the population right now is 157,970. And when you divide this, it gives health expenditure per person as 1,200. This is very, very small for a whole year. And if this person falls sick and goes to a health facility, is given amoxicillin with some Panadols, you realize if he's given 40 capsules with some 15 Panadols, that's close to 3,000 or 5,000. Yet the person's per capita expenditure is 1,290. So you can clearly see that this explains why there is shortage of essential medicines and health supplies in health facilities. So for me, as district chairman, this budget is inadequate. And even on top of that, we don't receive 100%. This includes both local revenue and transfers from central government. In most cases, the transfers from central government is 100%. But then the challenge we have on ground is local revenue. Local revenue, we don't raise up to the budgeted amount. For instance, for last financial year, we only generated 708 million out of 800 million expected. This was less by around 16%. I think why it is done like that, even here the local revenue, the lucrative sources are taken up by revenue and we don't handle them. So I think this budget is very, very inadequate to effectively deliver services to the people of Arua district. Ideally, we are supposed to get district discretionary grant, but you realize that the amount keeps reducing, keeps dwindling, coming down. And this is money that we are supposed to spend in the priority areas, which is at the liberty of the district council. So the money is inadequate, and I think the only thing I can say is that there is need to step up the annual budgets for districts. And you can clearly see that in a number of districts, in district councils, chairs are flying. Why are chairs flying? Because people are fighting over money which is inadequate. And that's why you see, instead of people sitting on chairs, now chairs find themselves flying in the air. People start fighting in council sittings and so forth. So I think my recommendation here is there's need for increased funding, as well as there's need for intensifying, for diversifying sources of local revenue so that we meet our expectations.
Let's look at some of the achievements under these two financial years or in your term of office that Arua will say this is what we're able to do.
Yeah, as a district we have done our best. We never gave up. We are very, very creative and innovative in our interventions. That can be evidenced by local government assessments. 2 years back, in 2023/2024 financial year, we were number 112. Now 2024/2025 financial year, when local governments were assessed, we were number 55. This clearly shows that there's improvement in service delivery in the face of meager resources. We have been very, very creative as a council in terms of looking for what is called out-of-pocket financing. We look for partners, development partners, to come and foot the missing links, the gaps that we have in the district council. For example, I've been able to link this district to 16 embassies, and then the total number of partners or NGOs in the district has risen from 5 to 56. Now, these are the people helping us to improve on our service delivery. Otherwise, with government support, it's inadequate. This has been complemented by out-of-pocket financing from these partners. So, in a nutshell, service delivery improved in the area of water and sanitation. We have been able to earn a bonus of close to 97 million from government. This is performance-related award to Arua district, 97 million. Then in health sector, we have been able to get a 10% bonus award from central government for good performance in the last 2 years. We have been getting that. The only sector that we are yet to improve on is the education. You know, education still faces challenges, even in the area of recruitment, where a teacher is supposed to be, the national standard is supposed to be, one teacher is supposed to teach 56. But in Arua district, you realize that one teacher is responsible for 67 learners, as opposed to 56. So there's still, you know, that challenge in education sector. And also our education facilities, our schools are not within a kilometer radius of 2 kilometers. Others are 5, others are even more. For example, a school like in Terre Hill, that is far deep in the bush, where the learners up to P5 are sitting under the mango tree, under the trees. Teachers sit on timbers. So we still see that there's a gap in the area of education we need to improve. It didn't earn for us a performance award. Instead, it earned for us a negative mark. Our funds were withdrawn because of that kind of thing. You know, at national level, if you don't perform well, you get penalized. But education area, we need to improve. The water coverage has been able to increase from 32%, now we're at 56%. Sub-counties like Yajia are now at 93%, others are 94% with our river. Now we are going to only concentrate in Ivora and Logiri in terms of safe water coverage. So I think this is our performance as far as service delivery is concerned. When I joined in, the health indicators in Arua district were all red. But I'm happy to say within the last 2 years and even the years I've been here, the red have improved to yellow, and now yellows have gone to green. Green means there's improved performance resulting into performance awards. So I think in West Nile region, in service delivery, we are now number 3. Number 1 is Nebi. Number 2 is Pakwach. Number 3 is Arua district. So I must say we have been very, very creative. We have not been relying only on central government, but all that I can say is there is need for central government to step up its support to the district of Arua.
If you look at our roads in terms of the achievements, what would you say in terms of the kilometers? How many do we have, and what are those that have been improved?
We in terms of road, we have around 100. Let me say close to 170 kilometers in Arua district. That's the total kilometers. But in terms of improving, working on the roads, I must say we are close to 87%. Others are not yet done, others are this year. But what you know with the roads is when there are heavy rains, the roads get spoiled. Then when there are roads worked on, people also block the offshoots. People do all sorts of things. Others come to do sand mining. People are now mining on the road, sand mining. These spoiled roads very, very fast. I think in terms of tarmac, we are 0. Arua district, we are 0. We have no tarmac in Arua district. This one is national road up to there. Our district roads, none of them is tarmacked. I think our request of president is to consider tarmacking this road from Ambala, Anzu, Neo, Opia, Logiri, 27 kilometers, Our request is that that road from Nebi, Goli, Paida, Zombo, Vora to be tarmacked. If this can be tarmacked, we will be very happy. There are also some small connections from Adia, from Choko, Dubai, up to Madiokolo district headquarters, up to Pakwach. If this road can be, this stretch can be tarmacked, we will say yes, government has tarmacked for us roads. But even the one, this one of National Road from Nebi to, from Arua to Nebi, is a first-class massaging road. If you have problems with your back, you go there, the road will massage your back properly, and then you will. If you are producing too much children, you go on this road, it will massage your back. You will not feel like coming close to your wife. And that is a family planning method I always describe. So I think in terms of road, we need support in that area. Even now, the community access roads are not being worked on. Sub-county roads, the fund is very, very small. Like for a sub-county, a whole year's budget for sub-county roads, this is called community access roads, is just 17 million for a whole year. What can it do? And yet the sub-county has many roads. The same with Logri, the same with Arrivo, the same with Ajia. So there's need to step up funding for road maintenance for sub-counties, and also rural district town council has no budget for road maintenance, and yet we have roads there. So we are struggling. You see my head here all the time scratching. What can I do to put the roads in the town council in a better state? So I think that is the situation of roads. We need to step up in that area. The best will be to tarmac some of these roads so that we are left with those few, to see that this money is stepped up.
What has been your identity as Arua district? If somebody comes and wants to identify, or what identifies Arua out there?
Well, what could be is the economic activity, but there is no reliable economic activity in Arua district. What can we do? Sometimes, I've been thinking that this oilseed, introduction of oilseed under the project of national oilseeds, will empower our farmers to produce oilseeds, and then we will have agro-processing factories. But we don't have this. People are producing simsim, people are producing granules, people are producing soybean, sunflower, but there's no factory for processing it. So literally we don't have, as a rural district, we don't have an identity, something that shows that this is ourselves. We don't have that. We were thinking of tobacco, but you have seen how detrimental, how dangerous it has been. Very, very hazardous. You test the money after 13 or 14 months, 1 year and some months. You labor without testing money, and yet you need money on a daily basis. So coffee is the one, but we don't even have the factory here. The only factory is in Zombo. What you incur in terms of taking the produce there is even more than what you are going to fetch back as a net profit. So I think there's need for us to have one commodity for which we should be known for. Either now we go for coffee and cocoa aggressively. If we could go for that, that will show our identity. Otherwise, we don't have our identity. Our identity maybe now is teenage pregnancy, which is not a good thing.
In terms of the vision of the district, what is it?
The district vision is there, but I want to look at my vision as chairman of the district. Is that we need to have this district as a model district in the heart of West Nile region. Why? Because it is the mother district that produced all the 12 districts. We produced Moyo in the year 1956. We produced Nebi in the year 1974. Then we produced Yumbe in the year 2000. We produced Koboko in the year 2005. We produced Marata in the year 2006. Then we produced Madiokolo in the year 2018. Now last one is now we produced twins, City and Terego, in the year 2020. So we cannot afford to lead from behind. We must lead from the front. And therefore this district must be a model district in the heart of West Nile. I think for me, I'm happy we are making a progress in that direction. Only that I appeal to government to support us. My request here is that if only government can uplift for a town council to municipality status, I will be the happiest. I know my president, when he is coming, he's going to do that. He's going to uplift Vora Town Council to a status of municipality, so that we create more divisions in this municipality. Why? Because the population is clocking 70,000. Now, leaving it as a town council with meager resource envelope, then that will be disaster for people of Vora sub-county. And then creation of more parishes. We are not benefiting from PDM. Why? Because you see, PDM here, you see one parish called Alivu, which has only 2 villages, is getting 100 million. Then you look at Anyavu parish, which is 19 villages, also getting 100 million. There is no fairness in this. I think for me, I want to say that President in his visit, this district must be created more parishes in Arua district, and then more sub-counties, and then more town councils. Arevu Town Council, Adraka Town Council. If this can be created, I think the people of Vora will be the happiest. I know there's a ban, but you know, termites will always attempt to eat rocks. So I want to see that the president must pronounce himself to create more administrative units in Arua district, and also creation of a technical institute in Arua district. I will be the happiest.
What other things will you demand from the head of state directly that you think cannot be done through the budget?
What cannot be done through the budget is one, general hospital for the district. Arua district must have a general hospital. Why? Because we need this general hospital for the district. We cannot say that Bondo must be upgraded to health center 4. That's already success in itself. Let it remain there. We need a general hospital that should be located in Okazana. Then number 2, we need a technical school. You see, we are taking our children to Zombo for presidential skilling. But there, the slots are only 20. And here you see the unemployment amongst youths is so much. We want to see that is done. We need a technical school. We have over 13 acres of land in Ilogiri at a place called Mberimberi. That is very good for establishing a technical institute for Arua district. Number 3, we need tractors for mechanization. Agricultural mechanization, at least we need 4 tractors. Each sub-county must have 1 tractor. And then the one given before remains for the district for demonstration. Each sub-county must have 1. Then we also need, in Arua district, we need electricity to be connected to underserved areas. The electricity access there to schools is 0. None of our schools, not many schools, actually 0.6 I can say, are connected to electricity. Now look at this stretch from Ambala to the barracks for 055 battalion in Anju, then to Upia, to Mamunyadri in Logiri. There is no power line here. Then Lazebo, power line erected in 2018, not powered, not connected to electricity, and yet the electric poles are there. So I think these are not good things. These are my requests of the president, that the electricity distribution should be scaled up from 1% to now, let's say over 20% in Arua district. In the next 5 years, if it can reach 50%, I will be the happiest. Now we need what is called, access to credit facilities for our farmers. They need to have access to credit facilities as much as possible for our farmers.
If you told us about the population of Arua of over 150,000 people, if you compare this population versus the poverty index, what is it like? Of this population, are we doing well? Are the people more impoverished?
Our president says that we have attained middle income status. He's very right. That is at national level. But when you go down, narrowing it to Arua district, we have not attained middle income status, because the income distribution is irregular. Some are very poor, the poor are getting poor and poorer, the rich are becoming rich and richer. So that income distribution gap is still very, very wide. And now if you look at subsistence farming, subsistence economy, We are saying it is 39% at national level, but in Arua district it is 65% in subsistence economy, only producing for stomach, not for money. 65% is very, very huge. It's very huge. Now, that is where we need to work on this district as much as possible. Good enough, it is the food basket of the region. The soils are very fertile. The people's mindset has to be worked on. Producing for stomach than now producing for income must be improved on. We need a serious mindset change in Arua district. The literacy levels need to be improved. You see, there's a very high illiteracy rates in Arua district. Many are illiterate. The unfortunate bit is that the illiterate don't even listen to learned. Even me as a chairman, sometimes you see a degree holder, a master's holder, a PhD holder is insulted by somebody who never even crossed the classroom block. So you see, these are challenges. Now because of that, the elites are fearing to come out because the illiterates are insulting. You see, if you hear the insults from them, you begin to wonder. You wonder whether there's difference between you and them, because they insult you out of their illiteracy levels, ignorance levels, and that is the challenge. I think we need to work on the mindset change. We need to work on the illiteracy of the people by sending people to school. Let's have affirmative action for the poor and make sure that there are bursaries for the people of Arua district. And those who cannot send children to school, there must be a deliberate effort to send them to school. We have made the ordinances all right, but the ordinances are taking long to be availed to us by Attorney General's office. Last time I went there, I looked for them, I failed, I had to come back painfully without ordinance. And I think this is where we need help. Yeah, the mindset change, the education levels have to be improved through affirmative action for the people of Arua district.
There are people who asked, why is President merging his campaign rallies, Arua city and district, yet they expected him to visit Arua separate, which is autonomously known as Vora, and the base of NRM in the region.
I have raised the red flag over that. I have raised the red flag over that several times, that please, why are you merging city and Arua district? I have made noise to the State House people, to the SFC people. I have made that noise. But now this has already been programmed. Nothing can be done. I only call upon the people of Arua district to come to the city and attend. But going forward, President needs to visit the people of Arua district. That is the district ever since Memorial 1986, where the people have been voting for him. He needs to go and visit the people of Arua district, even after the elections. If he thinks it is too much for him to come here, let him agree on a day when the people of Arua district can visit him at home in Iraktura. When he is there with his cows, I am more than ready to lead the people to see him. Otherwise, him not visiting the district is not good. And yet that is the district where the people have identified themselves strongly with him. I think this is not good. When he was making a follow-up on the PDM, he visited the people, he merged the two. Again, during the campaign, he is merging. I think that is not good. The advance team from the State House, please take note of this. Next time, there is need to visit people there. Sometime back, President addressed people at a Karkafe Primary School. His Excellency Museveni addressed people at a Karkafe Primary School. Another year, he addressed people at Tiaba Primary School. Then another year, he addressed people in Arivo Primary School grounds, where I was the MC myself. For him, I think he needs to have fairness for the people of Arua district by visiting them at home. Maybe they might talk the issues of ideology, the relationship that has been in existence since 1986. I think the people still have the will to identify with him, and they are going to vote for him massively. I didn't win as a flag bearer, but I said no, in the best interest of the party, I'm not coming back as an independent. I want to rally the people of Arua district to vote for His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, in big numbers. Why? Because this is the man who has kept us in peace, who has maintained peace for us, economic prosperity, That is what is taking place. Even if the people are not developing, but my desire is that the people should eat greens with their children, with their family members, in their kitchen, not in exile. That is my aspiration, that is my conviction. We all tested what it means to go in exile in DRC. It was so pathetic, so bad. I think that is what we don't want. We need to vote him again. I'm going to rally the people of Vora to vote for him in big numbers. It's only the youth that never stepped in DRC who are just joking around. There was a gun called Sabasaba. That year, in the year 1979, Sabasaba, whenever it will be shot, you will see urine flowing from your body. Feces, you become incontinent. Feces just run without your knowledge. So we don't want that scenario to come back. We must vote him. Now he's coming home. This is our father. Let's vote for him. A good father will always listen to the pleas of the children. I have raised this in good faith on behalf of the people of Arua district.